New year, new me, huh? Maybe you gotta make it new year, new art. Because we often convince ourselves that we'll draw more next year, or we'll start that project that we've been thinking about for like weeks or months. Often 2 years into the month, we feel stuck. Or we feel like the goal we set doesn't even matter anymore. Those promises that we made to ourselves no longer feel like something we need to prioritize. So in this video, I'll show you how to rebrand your life and art in 2025. It's time to get on a new level for real. Like, I'm so serious. These are a few things that have worked for me throughout 2024 and have helped me with my life and even contributed to me hitting 10K. I feel like I've gotten to the point where I feel capable and very confident in hitting my goals. I feel like I do it more efficiently now and with a strong why. Whether you're a beginner or an established artist, I think these mindset shifts will help you a lot. They can also help you build consistency and unlock your true creative potential. Number 1, set clear goals, clear like water. Because sometimes in the beginning of the year, I'm always like, I want to draw better. But what is better? What is better to you? This isn't the time to be mysterious. Like, you gotta be honest and precise. Because the version of you in 3 months could forget about these goals so easily. There's a version of you this year that might not even care whether or not you get up in the morning. There's a version of you who would rather rot in bed for 5 hours rather than draw. We're being precise for that specific version. We're being very clear so that version understands why we're going so hard. Therefore, the first step to making 2025 your best artistic year yet is to be clear, be honest. You gotta set clear, achievable goals instead of vague resolutions like, yeah, I want to improve my art. Try writing down something specific or do a voice recording of you talking to yourself. After doing YouTube seriously pretty much half of last year, I noticed the power of seeing myself talk. If something life-altering were to happen to me today, it would change the way I think. So to reconnect with your past self that had those thoughts is very powerful, and you can inspire yourself to go harder. You can write down a list and record yourself reading those goals out loud in a video. You don't have to share it with anyone, but you can always go back to that video and just get inspired. Because there will most likely be days where you're like, why am I even bothering with anything? Here's an example of clear, achievable goals. Create a collection of 5 paintings. Try a new art medium such as watercolor, oil, or acrylic. Post one art-related video on social media. Writing these goals down and breaking them into smaller steps will help you with the execution. Figure out what is it that you want with your art. What is the message that you want to share with everyone? And also, why do you want to do this? When you write your goals in a vague way, it's kind of detrimental because then you start seeing those goals as too far away. Saying, I want to draw like a Raphael at the end of the year isn't really helpful. So remember, being clear with these goals gives you direction. You know which way to go. But the key to achieving them is making them actionable and measurable. So break those big goals into monthly or weekly milestones. See this as sculpting your own skill. It will take some time. So you gotta build a consistent art routine that will help you reach these artistic goals. Consistency is key as an artist, for real. Even if you only have 15 minutes a day, use that little bit of time to experiment and try new things. Or even pick up an artistic project that you haven't worked on for a while and just keep going with it. An example of what I've been doing when it comes to YouTube is literally write down bits and pieces that I will use in my videos on breaks at school. You want to create a schedule that works for you. Maybe evenings are your most creative time. For me, it's definitely evenings. I don't know why I get so speeded up at night and I want to draw and I want to I just want to do everything. I get inspiration out of nowhere. So maybe that works for you, or during the morning. I feel also that I have more energy in the morning to draw and paint, but I'm not as inspired and I'm not as intense, Speaking of inspiration, you don't want to wait for the inspiration to come to you. Treat your art like a habit. I know that I've said this before, but it's just like brushing your teeth. Make it something simple that you do every day. The more you show up, the more progress you'll make, because sometimes it's hard getting to the canvas, and once you're there, you you just feel like working. I don't know how to explain it, but the work is really like starting. Number 2, experiment and step out of your comfort zone. Make this your year of experiments. Try a style that you've always admired, such as realism, cartoons, just anything. You can even pick up a new medium such as oil pastels, gouache, or making digital art, because personally I haven't really tried making digital art that much. I've just been a traditional artist for most of my life, but I would love to try it. So stepping out of your comfort zone might feel intimidating at first, and I know, but it's also where all of the real discoveries happen. You'll discover new skills, fresh ideas, and who knows, it might even inspire you further and really fuel your passion. Okay, I'm gonna dare you. Yeah. Create an art piece in a new medium this month. I dare you to do what you fear when it comes to art. Are you scared of drawing hands and feet? Yeah, perfect. Draw that every day, all month, all the rest of the month. Why I'm saying this in the form of a dare is because sometimes that works. Like, sometimes you gotta be dared to go out of your comfort zone. If somebody says to you, oh, hey, I bet you won't do this, don't you kind of want to do it? Not if it's something bad though. But yeah, I dare you to try it. I dare you to just stop thinking about everything that could be bad and just go for it. Number 3, invest in your artistic growth, not just financially, but with your time. Investing in yourself and your passion will never be a waste because it will follow you forever. This can mean taking that afternoon to watch a tutorial, or taking a whole weekend off to just draw, and even reading that art book that you've always wanted to read. And I don't know, maybe even going outside and drawing from life. It's kind of cold outside right now though, so don't go outside catching a cold. But yeah, that investment is crucial. You could even be attending local art workshops if there are any in your city, because I know that in my school we have croquis for people who could just come and join. I'm sure that many other places have that. Just make sure you go out of your way to surround yourself with inspiration by visiting art museums, following inspiring artists, listening to me, or joining online art communities. I think true growth happens when you actively seek out opportunities to learn. This is also why I think inspiration doesn't necessarily have to come to you. Sometimes you gotta go find it. Number 4, share your art and build a community online, or make art friends online. I should high-key follow my own advice here because I haven't posted on Instagram since like 2023. I don't really like the app, but I know that it's a great opportunity for you to connect with other artists and post your art and get it seen. So don't keep your art hidden in your sketchbook. Try to share it. Post it on Instagram, TikTok, or even start a YouTube channel. I think investing time and energy into my YouTube channel was the best decision I could have made in 2024. Honestly, making these videos motivates me a lot, and seeing y'all's comments, and sometimes people even give each other advice in the comments, I absolutely love that. I get so motivated and I'm excited to make more videos. I have so many ideas. I think I have like 200 plus video ideas. Sharing your work and your mindset, or anything that has to do with your art, really builds confidence and helps you connect with other artists. And I know that we're perfectionists, many of us artists, and I know that we don't always want to share what's not perfect, but it's time to realize that life is just not perfect. And the same thing applies to your art, but people love seeing the journey, not just the finished artworks. It's good to interact with other artists. I low-key think it's healthy for you, because you can get so much inspiration from them and they could get inspiration from you. It's truly a great way to connect, and I'm so happy and grateful that I've been able to reach out to all 10K of y'all. Number 5, prioritize your artistic mental health. Being burned out and overwhelmed is so real. And as much as we love making art, it's very important to take care of your physical and mental health. Take breaks when you need, and sometimes just sit back. Sometimes I go through things in my life and I just keep going. Although it has worked for me so far, I don't think that's healthy. I don't think that's healthy at all. So it's very important to sit down and give yourself a moment, just so that all of your feelings don't rack up and end up eating you up. And for the physical health part, I'd recommend to stretch regularly, because I'd be standing in one spot for 2 hours painting the same thing, and that is not healthy either. So try to stretch more so that you don't get stiff and all like, so try to stretch often, because sometimes I can feel the effort that I've put into my artwork in my own body. So make sure you're prioritizing yourself and your well-being, and don't forget to step away from your art for a moment if you need to recharge. It's often during those breaks that your best ideas come to you. Last but not least, reflect on how far you've come. Look back at your life and your artistic progress that you made last year, and just celebrate every single win. It doesn't matter if it's a big win or a small one, just celebrate it. Maybe you tried a new technique, finished a big art piece, or simply kept creating despite life's hardships. You gotta celebrate those moments and recognize how far you've come. All of that is literal proof that you're growing. Now that we're so early into the year, you can actually start journaling your artistic progress. I actually have a journal right here. Hold on. It's a Muka. Wait, I don't know if you can even see it. It's a Muka painting on the cover. Okay. So I have this one that I thought I might start using, because I got it when I was 12 years old and now I'm 22. Reason why I didn't use it as a kid was because I knew that I was gonna write something so unimportant in it. As a 12-year-old, I already knew myself. I knew that I would regret writing in this. Their journal is just way too beautiful for that. So I'm super thankful for 12-year-old me for understanding that, girl, you ain't had you ain't had nothing to say, but now I do. So I'm gonna use it. When I saw this painting by Alphonse Muka on this journal, it spoke to me. I said, I need to save this for a version of myself that will know how to treat this. And I think it's time. I'm ready now. I think we should all get ready for real. Let's get ready. Let's get into this year. 2025 is your year to shine as an artist. It's all about what you do though. Set those goals. Build that new art routine you've always wanted to try. And don't be afraid to take the risks. Remember that art is a journey, and you'll most likely be on it your entire life. Even if you take a 10-year break, it's part of that journey. It's not a race. Embrace the process and the hurdles. I hope you found these tips helpful, and I just want to say, let's make this year our renaissance. Yeah. We got an unforgettable year ahead of us. I genuinely believe that we can achieve any goal that we put our minds to. And thank y'all so much for subscribing. It's so crazy to me that we're at 10K. I'm so blessed, and I really appreciate y'all. I remember last year I hit 1K in the beginning of the year, and my friend was like, yay, 10K soon. And I was like, how am I gonna do that? And here we are. I didn't know I was gonna get to that, but thank you guys so much for making it a reality for me. Oh yeah, I forgot to say, please write down your goals, or if you have any, or if you feel comfortable sharing them. I would love to hear them below. And yeah, feel free to ask me questions too, because I'm gonna do a 10K Q&A. I'm forever grateful, and I love y'all. I'll see you in the next one. Mwah.